And we're back with another awesome episode of Grabbing the Brisket. Welcome in, guys. Hey, we appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys listening. Jan's over here doing like the air guitar.
I'm not going to lie to you. I almost said beer review. When you said Grabbing the Brisket, I almost said beer. I almost said that.
You're just really looking forward to this beer we got today.
I'm super excited right now.
That's premature. Premature beer review. I think there's a condition for that, and there might be a pill for it. I'm not really sure.
Premature beer drinking.
And sadly, we're sans John again today.
Yeah. We're missing John. We're missing Aldan. I know Aldan's doing a lot of moving, and John's flying the friendly skies and visiting the family and going checking out car shows and doing all that good stuff. So, but we're missing. But the show goes on, right?
No, it goes on.
The show goes. It must go on.
It is like the Bartles and James, the Ringling Brothers.
See Bartles and James. So that's a wine cooler, isn't
it? The Ringling Brothers, or
yes,
whatever.
The Ringling Brothers. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, one's a wine cooler.
Well, I mean, one and the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Same thing, different.
Yeah, the show must go on. I do agree with that sentiment there. I'm super excited that it's Wednesday, and let's face it, it's my Wednesday. It's also my Friday.
Oh, I didn't know you're off the rest of the week.
I am off the rest of the week. This didn't happen very often for me. I don't usually do this. I am a work. Some have probably said that we're workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
Others have said the person that actually goes to work and daydreams all day and has ADD. But listen, that's not a big deal. I'm off the next 2 days. So I'm super excited.
I wonder why you drank a 6 already.
Right. Why is he drunk already? You got work tomorrow?
Right.
I think this is the portion of our podcast that's the week in review. Talk about what we did, what went on.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't really cook too much. I don't know about you guys. I swear, weren't you cooking on Sunday, James? I thought I saw you out here.
We did a little bit of the ribeye pork, the pork ribeyes, which those are different from the pork steaks. And I'm not really, somebody out there listening to this probably could tell us what the difference is between the pork steaks and the pork ribeye steaks, because it looks like there's two different cuts of meat in there. One of them's like a dark red, and then you got like a light pink, which I assume is kind of like a chop type cut.
Yeah. I'm guessing the ribeye is the darker one, but
I guess.
It's what comes off the ribeye or whatever. That's that. You're getting both of the meats there.
Yeah, but you cook them at a lower temperature, finishing temperature. You cook them at a lower finishing temperature than which we normally do with the pork steaks, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so, 145, 150.
Yeah, somewhere in that 150 range. Of course, we had some that got a little bit away from us. We cooked some more tonight, and then the ones that we did this past Sunday, they got away with this a little bit.
They went to 170.
They still were pretty juicy.
They were, but they weren't as juicy as these right here. These are definitely juicier.
Yeah, I would say probably 150.
155, yeah.
150. If you guys out there aren't scared of getting that pork with a little bit of the redness, a little bit of the red juice or whatever, the pinkness, if you cook it to 145, then that's right up your alley. But if you want to go a little bit higher than that, 150, 155, the juices start getting a little bit more clear and it's not so like pink. Hey, it's still juicy as hell.
Yeah.
And I like mine just safe.
right. Well, that's the thing with me right now is like I'm at a point now where I'm all about pork.
Oh yeah.
Like I am digging pork more now than I ever have. I can't just get enough of it. It is, it's so much more flavorful than normal chicken for one.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between the regular pork chop, which I grew up with the parents that everybody back then overcooked every pork chop they ever had, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, if it doesn't go to 200, nobody's eating it.
Sawdust.
Right. That was very tough to eat. I was like, I don't like pork anymore. I don't want it. And then
that's something that I fought in my household because my wife, her parents, her mother, home ec teacher, she did all the cooking in the house, and they would do pork chops. And for the longest time, I was like, hey, babe, want to make some pork chops? She's like, no, I don't want pork chops.
No.
I was like, no. I mean, they're going to be good. No, I don't like pork chops. I was like, God dang. I mean, you like steak, you like chicken, you like everything, but you don't like pork chops? And then finally I broke down. I was like, look, I'm cooking some pork chops. And I cooked them, and I cooked them probably to a nice, perfect tender temperature. Pulled them off, let them rest. Here you go. She cuts into them. She's like, holy crap, this is good. She's like, is this what pork chops are supposed to taste like? I was like, yeah. She's like, dude, not trying to throw moms under the bus, but she was like, it was always just.
That's just the way it was back then.
Can I get more drink?
Can I get more water with this?
That's how steaks were too, right? Like I just remember all the steaks as being cooked to hell.
Yeah, we did a lot of steaks. My mom did a lot of grilling, and my dad and whatever else. But we would always go camping or something with my uncle, and we would cook steaks over an open fire. Mm-hmm. And we probably he was probably more of a well done cook when it came to steaks. Which growing up, that's how I was like, oh, I want mine well done. And then somebody's like, well, are you sure you want it that way? I was like, no, not really. And then I got it. I was a kid, like probably in the teens, and like medium well or something. And I was like, gradually just moved it down. I was like, medium rare, please.
You're like Ralph Wiggins, like, this hurts my teeth. Then finally you get some like medium rare. You're like, holy shit, this just like melts in my mouth.
Why is this so good?
Great.
Yeah, and it actually is a game changer for people that just don't really understand the temperatures. And I saw a video the other day, and the guy got so many different likes and so many different follows and whatever off this one video of these two briskets. And really, what he says on there, you never actually see him. You just see his torso and whatever, right?
Oh, that's Kendrick. Kendrick.
Okay, is that who that is?
Yeah, it's Kendrick. Yeah, with the Traeger, he's got the little knuckle tattoos.
Okay, so
it's not relevant.
Not relevant at all. I could have done without that, but thank you.
We stay on track in this podcast.
But one thing out of that, and which is something that you really have to learn, barbecue is not cooking to feel, cooking to color. Those are things, right? You learn the color, you learn the feel you by doing it over and over and over again. What you don't realize is that if you don't know the temperature, then you might as well just throw it out the window, because you're gonna get lucky, or you're not gonna get, most of the time you're not gonna get lucky, and it's gonna be underdone or overdone. Mm-hmm. And that's the same with pork ribs, or for a brisket, or chicken, or trying to do a whole chicken or half chickens or quarter chickens. They all cook different, and the timetables are different, the temperatures, and you can put everything together and go, look, I know I've got a 5-pound, or let's say I've got a 16-pound brisket. I know that when I trim it, I'm going to lose X amount of weight. I'm going to weigh this.
43%.
Yeah, I'm down to 12 pounds, which is not accurate, James. And so, yeah, and so then you cook, well, I cook at 275, so that should take me 8 hours. I'll be done.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the way it works. Each piece of meat is different, and that's some of the best advice people can give out is like, first of all, you cook to a temperature range. Now, what Kendrick said was you don't cook to a temperature, and I don't agree with that. I think you cook to a temperature range, and from there you start probing to feel how is that for you, right?
Right.
What I like may not be what you like or anything else. There is a range for brisket. I don't care who you are. I've had briskets that fall apart and be very tender at 200 degrees. I've also had brisket at 200 degrees, and it was like leather, right? Yeah. So you couldn't pull it apart. So it just depends on the brisket itself, and that's something that I did like the fact that he did bring it up, though. So that's a conversation you don't really hear a lot from people. They're like, 203 is a magic number. I mean, 205, got to go to 205 on a brisket. And then in competition, we just cooked one to 213 the other day, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, where are you at, man? We got. What did we get? Fifth or fourth?
The last one was third place. Yeah,
right, third place. So it's like,
well, that's something that I've been thinking about lately, as far as the quality of meat, more specifically brisket, that has been coming out lately. I feel like the quality of beef, more so what people are labeling as prime, is not really so much prime anymore. Like, no. I feel like there is no more, like when I go to barbecue restaurants. I mean, when I go to like an H-E-B, or I go to a Kroger's or Randall's, Costco, Sam's, I'm not seeing that level of quality, that meat, the fat striations running through that piece of meat to tell me, go, crap, that's a prime piece of meat.
Yeah.
Versus the choice that's right next to it. Nowadays, I'm looking at both side by side, and I'm like, it's the same thing.
I'm not paying more for this one. I do it all the time.
I mean, you're not going to sell me on This Is Prime when it doesn't even look like it's prime. I don't even see the... but then you go on the websites and you go to, I think it's Creekstone Farms, that they sell prime briskets and, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think that shit's like $9 or $7 a pound or whatever it is. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I'll tell you what I personally believe is the root cause, the problem. Not root cause, but the problem of why we're not seeing these briskets is the explosion
of barbecue?
Of barbecue.
Yeah.
Of barbecue restaurants, of people going out there and cranking up their backyard pits, and everybody's starting to learn how to become
everyone's a pitmaster.
Pitmaster.
Demand's high. They can cut back on the quality and still sell it.
That's right. Everybody has a Traeger, so everybody's got something in the backyard that they can sit there and fire up and put it in there. So, and you got Aaron Franklin over in Austin. He's freaking soaking up like how many cows like a day, like a week that he's burning through.
Dude, there's it's like 130 briskets.
Yeah,
a day.
Dude, back in the day, and I'm not trying to say I'm old. I feel like I'm saying old when I say back in the day, but I really only mean like a year ago or 2 years ago. We used to get some solid ass briskets, and so now I go through and I look through it, and I don't see anything. I'm like, this all looks like choice. This all looks like select.
It's funny you mentioned it. The last time I went to Stone Cold Butcher, which is like a independent butcher here in Friendswood, Texas, I saw the New York Strip Prime that they had out there, and it had like fat striations and everything through. I was like, I've never ever seen a New York Strip look like this before, and that was just Prime. It wasn't Wagyu or anything crazy.
Right, and that's how it's supposed to look, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So
I was like blown away. I want to get this thing.
Right. That's an issue in itself. It's like the overeating, the overconsumption of barbecue, and how many cows are having to be now. It's big business, man. Like price of beef has gone through the roof. These ranchers are making good money, but here's still it takes a lot to raise them.
Yeah, you have to team up with ranchers. You're having to team up with these places. Like, okay, signing contracts. Okay, I'm going to purchase your beef.
I'm going to purchase so much of your beef.
Correct.
That's right.
So,
put me down for 9 cook-offs this year, sir.
Exactly. Yeah.
What you got?
Not to get off on a tangent or whatever. I know we kind of sidetracked it a little bit, but let's talk about pork. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
No, I think it's a valid thing. A valid statement. And here's the deal. That's why I've really, here in the last probably 6 months or so, I've really gotten into cooking pork and just owning pork, and it just because I feel like pork is not one of those. It's one of those items that you see in the supermarket or an HEB or whatever else, and it's relatively cheap still. And it's because, you know why it is? Because nobody's buying it up.
There's no demand for it.
Like, here's the deal. I'm going to start making pork carnitas tacos, and I'm going to do this because it's so freaking cheap to do. It tastes phenomenal.
Problem is you're going to make that go skyrocket because everybody's going to listen here, and they're going to go start out running around. And like, everybody's already doing carnitas. So
I can't afford the beef. I'm going to get my own. What do you call that? Where they do it's the pit where it's vertical.
Right.
What is it called, man? It's like a rotisserie thing.
I was going to ask you: is there any more shit ass piece of cut of meat anymore? Is there any more?
It's the pork.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're pork or beef or whatever.
Well, it used to be fajita. Fajita meat was
fajita
the worst.
Meat used to be like the just.
It's It's like $15 a pound or something. It's ridiculous.
That's dumb.
It's so dumb. Not to mention they butterfly that shit. So I already know there's two. You mean, right? You know what I mean? I'm not even started on this whole thing.
Leave it thick and don't split it. I have a problem with like HEB because the way they butterfly the shit out of these skirt steaks. Mm-hmm. They leave it to where it's so freaking thin.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
You literally cannot get any type of caramelization on that meat whatsoever.
It's a flash cook.
It's like you're like done.
Yeah.
And then it tastes like shit, or it doesn't have enough time to break that meat down at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, but is there any garbage cut of meat anymore out there? I mean, hopefully the listeners that are listening, hey, shoot us a message to see if there's something out there that we're missing or we're sleeping on, because right now we're
even hamburger meat.
We're messing with pork butt. We're messing with the pork steaks and the stuff like that. But I feel like that's eventually just going to start going through the roof.
Think about this: buying a whole slab of pork belly, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much should that cost you?
I feel like it shouldn't be expensive. It shouldn't be.
Right, but I think we pay like $18 for a slab.
It's about $20.
Yeah, $20. Okay, But for the amount of meat that you get for that it's so much more. Think about this. I bought 2 pieces of skirt steak, right? It was like $28, and I was like, "This is going to feed 4 people. Like, we have a problem here.
Right.
This is at home. I'm not in a restaurant cooking or whatever. I'm not buying whatever. It's very hard. But here's again, just buy the pork. That's what you should be buying right now. Buy all the freaking pork up. Lower the price of beef. Do something. Buy chicken.
Already seeing the price of pork go up on these cuts that we've been buying, and we've been preaching about, hey, go check out these cuts of pork.
Yeah, I know.
They're already creeping up. Like the pork steaks that I bought today, I think I spent about $9, $10. That same pack, probably like a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever, it was like $6.
Yeah.
I see like $4.50.
Yeah.
How long before you start seeing all that? Like, where there's gonna be a prime, a select, a choice of that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna start barbecuing cats and I'm just kidding.
Possum,
a possum, squirrel, like anything I can kill. I'm gonna start being an avid hunter. Nope, I got my own meat. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
Raise my own cows.
Okay, we did get on a tangent a little bit, but I know, James, you saw something weird, I think, online. Some kind of weird. Was it the apple pie hot dog thing?
Ooh, let's slide into the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review. It's very
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Is that the greeting of? I mean,
Guten Tag? Guten Tag?
Is that hello?
It's got a G. Yeah.
Can I say?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's got the Guten Tag.
So can I say du hast miss at this point? I mean, I don't know. We're talking German. What's going on here?
Are you going beer fest here?
I don't know what's going on here.
No. So beer review today is the Octoberfest from 11 Below Brewing here in Houston, Texas. So we've done several of their beers on the podcast. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, let me just snap this up because Oktoberfest beers, I mean, I tend to love some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, so why not?
I love this can. Can you talk about this can real quick?
Yeah.
Talk about
this. This can is
pretty solid.
It is very, very cool. So in the middle, you have the classic pretzel, right? And in between, you've got these 2 beer steins
clinging boom.
together, right?
Yeah,
making a lot of noise. On it, it definitely says it's 5.3% alcohol by volume. It says Oktoberfest, 22 IBUs, right? So that means it's going to be not really that bitter, but maybe have a little bit, but not really that bitter at all. I love the color scheme for this thing. I love
that is 21 more IBUs than me by myself.
It is. You know. It is. I love the fact that it has the Texas emblem on them. Just saying, all Texas beers should have Texas emblems on them. And then on the back, I don't know what the Marzen.
I saw that. I don't know what that is.
I want to say that's the style of Oktoberfest that we get in the United States. I think that's what
I thought the same thing. I just wasn't sure.
How do you pronunciate the dots on the letters? Because I know, like in Spanish, like there's pronunciation different. You know, different where it's where you put the things on the letters
or whatever. Yeah.
It's got like the
squiggly line.
Well, not squiggly line, but yes, it is. Yeah. But like on the vowels. So I wonder, how do you pronunciate like the German style of stuff?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
No,
Should I pretend like I know, or just
no? But I think
I'm reaching out to you. You're our resident German guy.
It's not a
maybe you're like
What are you saying? What's that, Jake?
I'm trying to think of the word. Motherfuckers are making fun of something.
Wait, is John on the call? Is he not on the call?
No, he's not on there.
He never got on?
No.
Okay.
So do you go Marzen?
Right.
Marzen.
I just want to say it makes the sound.
But so what it says. That's what I think too. Yeah. So it says football and sub 100 degree weather is almost around the corner, and so is Oktoberfest season. Smooth, malty, and infinitely crushable. Just one stein of this Marzen, and you'll be wondering where is Biergarten is. What? Where the Biergarten is. Oh, the Biergarten.
Where the beer garden is.
Okay, I'm sorry. That threw me off a little bit.
So the A is an A.
Yeah.
R.
Yeah. So where the beer?
So it's Marzen.
And I love the fact they spelled Biergarten the way it should be spelled, which is like how the Germans and how we used to place here.
It's not garden.
That's right. It's no garden.
Yeah.
El Jardín. It ain't a Jardín, okay?
How'd they spell it?
It's BIERGARTEN.
That's great.
So yeah, let's just drink the shit out of this.
All right.
It's good. I'm going to say it's like 110%
You already tasted it.
better than the one we had last week.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember that one. What was that? Oh, that was the one.
Black O-Lantern.
Oh yeah.
Black one was
I
so
like
good.
that.
It was
I like
so
that.
good. Wasn't
This
it?
is 100% better.
Well, you're a Marzan
Apparently I am.
drinker. Okay, so I like initially how this tastes,
I like this too.
but just let it sit. Let's
Yeah,
It's
it's
smooth.
It's lingering.
Get that aftertaste.
It's lingering on there.
I'm not really getting like a really bad aftertaste.
Keep it on there, brother. Take another drink.
Okay. Maybe I had too many beers tonight.
To me, it's got like that like unfiltered kind of taste to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like an Oktoberfest at all to me, to be honest.
No.
I'm not getting Oktoberfest at all from this.
So
like a bock.
Matt mentioned
like a bock,
before
right?
earlier off air, and then when we were doing our live, that talking about the difference between beers that are served at Oktoberfest versus the beers that are presented to us in America as being Oktoberfest
Yeah.
styles of beer.
We have corn syrup in ours. We're fat and lazy. I'm just kidding.
So what were you saying, Matt?
So like the old Oktoberfest we seem to get in the U.S. is like this very caramel colored, and I think that might be what the Marzen is. It's that style, but the Oktoberfest you go get in Germany, they're like
Pilsner.
They look like a Pilsner,
Yeah.
like gold. Like have you ever seen every Oktoberfest I buy the Bolner Oktoberfest,
Right.
which is I think is probably what I consider the best beer in the world, and that's just like golden. You know,
What's it taste like?
Oh, it's magical.
Kind of like this a little bit, or no?
No, nothing
Is it
like
malty?
this. No, not malty. I can't explain it, man.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna
Is this
bring
the one
that.
we went
for our
to?
test.
Did Beer Garden serve this beer, or is this?
No, I think Beer Garden. There's a Bolner Marzen Oktoberfest, which
Okay.
is more like this style we're drinking. Then there's like the actual one, and it's very limited when it comes over here to the United States.
So are you telling me that the beer I should be getting was actually from a bee pollinating this beer, but the one I'm getting now is from a human pollinating it?
That's right.
That's what it sounds like.
It is exactly what he said.
I have no idea what.
Yeah.
What?
Have you ever seen Human
Pollinating?
Centipede?
Oh god.
Okay, so it's very similar to that.
I think what Aldan. Let me translate here. I think what
Yeah.
Aldan's saying is that here in America we're fucking it up. We're getting in and they're messing with the recipe that shouldn't be messed with.
Well, more like I
Over
think
there
they're
is
sending us the one that's like
More natural
Yeah.
yeah.
made
I
beer.
thought I asked the great question.
Yeah. No, I fully understood it. And I think you're right.
That's what we're getting, right?
So it is.
Well, the problem is that we haven't had, and
So-
I know I'm making a joke here or
Not that
whatever,
one,
but
honey.
we haven't had Gam didn't steal the recipe and
Oh,
bring it over to the States. So this is
Beer
what
fest.
this is what we're dealt.
But how do they also
We
give
have
you
this.
the non-recipe, but want you to also enjoy it? You know what I mean? It's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like it and not like it
Y'all
at
like
the
this
same
beer?
time?
Is this beer good?
I don't
It's
know. It's
actually
kind
pretty
of
good.
like
I actually like it.
I'm going to
Just
give
take
it
a
a
drink and then let it sit
7.0.
on your palate after you swallow it.
7.0.
yeah. Okay. It's a rookie score, but it's respectable because I was
like it.
I was going to give it
Definitely a rookie score.
I was going to give it the low. I was thinking like 7.2 is kind of where I was at with this one. I'm not a big fan of that unfiltered kind of bitterness flavor that's like
A little
right on
bit
the
that
back
It's
of my
almost no
tongue,
flavor.
sitting
It's like
there.
a stale-
Yeah. And
It's-
it
yeah.
Stale water.
It's almost no flavor at the back end.
yeah,
to
and
me.
I was kind of hoping it would taste like an Oktoberfest. This just doesn't taste like an Oktoberfest to me.
Yeah.
This tastes like a
Listen.
lot of those like brown ales that are like unfiltered that we have a lot of the time. But
Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
But-
Shiner
yeah.
Bock. This is a Bock. Okay.
I like Box better than this.
And so this was they're trying to do a Bock and an Oktoberfest together. The brewer just missed the mark, I think, on the Oktoberfest. Now on the Bock, I think it's more of like a Shiner Bock or a Ziegenbock or something like that, right?
He should have called it I'll be Bach.
I'll be Bock. I love that. And I would be like, hey, it's a Bock.
That has to be a beer.
This is a six.
If it's not trademark, grab
Grab
the
the
brisket.
This is the 6.6.
Okay,
That's where I have it.
That's respect.
And it's not a bad beer. It tastes. It's got a good front end taste. That lingering, unfiltered, I don't know if it's the tap water or the or there's like something there. It's just not. It's very. I still taste it. It's almost pungent a little bit for me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they didn't formulate their water and filter out all the nutrients and minerals, and then add in the correct
like
minerals.
Backfish does.
Right. Right.
Or like, they have no eagle powers, man.
That's right.
They have no eagle powers.
They have no powers.
Exactly.
The
Hey,
references tonight.
7.0 all day
7.0.
long. It's cool,
6.6.
refreshing. Drink it.
I gave it a 7.2.
7.2. Wow.
I thought it was, and I was being pretty generous.
Yeah, it's very generous.
I'm being pretty generous.
Aldan, what do you have?
Man, I'm right around there. Like 7.5.
7.5.
Okay.
7.5. There it is.
It's good. It's good.
I mean,
beer.
it's not, hey, listen, don't let me sway you from not buying this or buying
I'll drink
this.
it again.
I would say go and buy this beer, try it for yourself, and then write us and let us know what would you rate it. And did we miss the mark? So
We need to have Barstool Sports has the pizza review, right, that he does.
Okay.
He's got an app, and you all go around and you do your own pizza reviews like he does. So, like, all around here where we live, you can pull up his app, and it's all these people rating the pizzas like he rates it. Kind of want to have that with our beers. Like, have all of our people listen and try these beers out. Let us know what you think.
So we're actually we're probably not going to air that, Matt.
We're going to market that.
Cut it out, John.
That is going to be in as our new app we're going to develop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I would piggyback off that. So I was listening to the radio station today. We've been bombarded with new radio stations here in Houston.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, with the sports stations, there's so much turnover. Not so much turnover, but there's a lot of change that's going on.
Oh, talking about the Blitz?
Yes,
the change.
all that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know they went away.
Yeah, but they're bringing on national broadcasting for now, so that's what we're listening to. And they were talking about how do you practice for tailgating? We're like, well, I mean, I'm still listening at this point. And the guy was like, one guy called in. He's like, well, he's up from Chicago. So he's talking about dough. He's like, well, I need to know how much dough I need to prepare and stuff like that. But it's just one of those deals that we were talking about, like just now.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, how much do we need? How much am I supposed to prepare? How much do I need to be ready to give away? I guess.
Well, that's so for him. In Chicago, he's talking about pizza.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah, pizza dough.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and then they said like the weather's so hot up there. Like
it ain't hot.
Oh,
no,
God.
It ain't hot. It's
not up.
It's like 88.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. So I was listening to that today.
But they don't have
with
AC
Grandpa,
though, and a
That's
lot
true,
of places don't have
true.
AC, and
This is
that's why they
true.
get screwed.
Yeah.
But every time I hear about a heat wave, I'm like, really?
Yeah, really.
Just the same way they talk about our cold front and our ice, right?
Yeah.
That we had. They have a little heat wave. I go, really? Oh, you couldn't get cooled off, huh? Okay. And what was it? 74 today? You know, right? But here, I do get it. I've stayed up north plenty of times. I've stayed in hotels, and when
You
you go,
froze your ass off on a fucking bench in Green Bay before.
I did. But listen, when you stay in hotels, they don't have AC. Like you go to turn them on, and like I call, I was like, hey, something wrong with my AC. It doesn't work. And the guy goes, we don't have AC. I said, I can see the thermostat, brother. I can see the unit over here. It tells me you got AC. And he goes, nah, they're not going to work, man. Hey, nothing you can do. I said,
Tell you to open a window, you're like, what?
I go,
huh? What?
I said, do the windows work? He goes, in some rooms they do. I said, okay. So I went and jimmied mine open and left for like a couple hours. Came back and it was nice and cold.
Well, before we get too far out there, I'm pretty sure
You wanna
that
conclude?
concludes.
They're grabbing the brisket.
grab 'em and the brisket.
I feel like you didn't contribute, Jim.
That was
I did. Did you hear mine?
No,
I said it
didn't
first.
hear you. No,
I was
I don't
off
think you did.
tune, out of whack. Like you came in with just like singing right off the bat,
That's right.
but it's delicious.
You know what we call that? Grabbing the brisket perfection.
Shit, yeah.
Out of tune. Everybody off.
Hey, FYI, guys. So I got tasked with putting our companies, the next part of our. So we do like a yearly, not a yearly, but a quarterly
Party.
Yeah, it's a party, but it's a meeting. So we have to provide the food. So in October, I got to provide some food.
Oktoberfest.
So what do we?
I'm glad we don't have to do anything. It's just you doing all that, right?
Are you saying you want?
I may need some help. I don't know. I never asked for help.
Can you order it, or do you have to? You have to buy it. Nobody makes the food. People order it usually, right?
People usually order it.
What's your budget?
As little as possible.
Get out of here.
Tell me right now.
How many people?
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll figure out the details. It's
company wide. Yeah, it's company wide. It's going to be for probably $250.
Dude, that's perfect.
I say $250. $250.
$250, yeah.
Just kidding.
250 people?
No, it's not going to be that many people, man. Probably 100 people. Yeah.
100 people's perfect. Look, order. Listen, I'm not joking you.
We're going to have to cook, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I was telling you, start ordering those taco packs from Taco Bell.
Right. So we can load them up. Yeah. That's right.
There you go.
So we can load
Drop them off like, y'all enjoy that. There's some with cheese, some without.
$250. I was about to say I'll show up with my Weber and some hot dogs.
Right.
Oscar Mayer hot dogs.
No, that's good, man. Well, listen, don't tell John. He'll bring Johnny and June up.
Oh,
yeah, he's just looking for an excuse.
I'm already thinking in my mind
that
I'm taking it up there because it would be great in that environment.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people will see it. Oh,
they're like, dude, what are you doing with this? Like, it's a little something. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, I'm Guy Fieri, and this is a dinner and drives and dine-ins, and I don't know what it is. Hey, today we're going to talk about the apple pie hot dog that I saw Guy Fieri promoting on social media, and I'm going to be honest, it looked disgusting.
It did. I saw.
So what?
Showed to me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we're going too far? Just for clicks?
So, I mean, it's not good. I'm seeing a lot of chefs, and I've seen a lot of people recreate this and do their own take on this apple pie hot dog, and it looks freaking disgusting.
Yeah. To me, it's when he added the mustard on top of it. So I'm just imagining mustard and apple pie filling.
It was 50-50 mustard and apple pie filling is what he added on top of this thing.
Yeah, but you've seen the whole mustard and
the watermelon,
right?
Which is gross.
It's still a thing, right?
Yeah.
It is, but I tried that, and it was garbage.
Listen, it is garbage. I tried it too.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But let's not bounce too far because we actually did apple pie wrapped in bacon jalapenos.
That's different. That's different.
Excellent.
Delicious.
I know it was excellent. How could that not?
First of all, bacon makes everything better, and jalapenos. Come on, sweet and spicy. That's good.
It is.
I think I got kind of lost into it. And yes, I get it. Hot dog and puff pastry.
Good, like a kolache so far.
With
like this
kolache,
apple pie filling.
Oh, okay,
weird.
It's getting worse.
Some
like
bacon jam.
Okay,
which is like
not bad.
Bacon with caramelized. I don't know if there's any type of onions, but apple cider vinegar and all that good stuff. So you make this bacon jam. You put that on top with the bun, not the bun. Fuck.
Puff pastry.
Puff pastry.
You put the hot dog on top of that, and then you put the puff pastry on top of that, and then you throw it in the oven, cook it up like 350 for like maybe 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then you drizzle it with this apple pie mustard sauce.
That's disgusting.
I could do without the mustard sauce.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, it's different. Is it too different where you think it won't work? Because it may work.
My gut is telling me I won't like it and it won't work, but I would try it.
My gut's telling me if I eat this, I'm going to go sit on the toilet for a couple of hours.
If John was here, John was like, I'll try it. I'll try one.
I would definitely try it.
I feel like you have two different things.
I just don't want to make that.
You know,
I like hot dogs, but I don't really like. I don't love them. I don't love them to put mashed apple pie with it.
So essentially, you're making a pig in a blanket.
You are. You are.
Like pig in a blanket, good
stuffed with apple pie filling and bacon
apple pie
jam.
Good together. No, I don't know. Yeah.
It's probably delicious. The mustard I would have held off on probably maybe the last couple of bites and tried it.
We also did throw a little sugar on top of the crust and apple pie seasoning. No, pie seasoning.
Pie seasoning.
Nice pie seasoning.
Which
I don't know
I'm sure
what that
is
is.
probably like
nutmeg.
and
I don't know.
cinnamon and all that good stuff. And then he drizzled it with the
I bet the execution looked
abomination
phenomenal,
sauce.
right?
I mean, yeah, it was just 2 rectangle pieces of pastry, just with a fork just on the edges.
Well, I think had it been rolled up like a traditional pig in a blanket,
yeah,
that'd have been badass.
I don't know, man. I couldn't get over the mustard with apple pie. That's, to me, that's just no. I'm not about that.
We're saying no.
We're not doing it.
Hey, grab the brisket.
We're not.
Official no stamp.
Not gonna do it.
Now, the weird thing I found today is our good buddies over at Lane's. You know, Lane sauces.
Oh, yeah. Lane's barbecue.
Lane's sauce is phenomenal.
Has some of the best sauces.
The white sauce,
the sort of white.
Yeah.
If anybody out there can, and they're listening to this right here, you can heed this message. Please check out that sort of white sauce.
Yeah, I get a gallon jug of it in my
fridge.
You
will not be disappointed.
It's that good.
But what was not good is, I think it was on their Instagram, they hollowed out a watermelon and then shoved a chicken in it and then smoked that.
They put a little of their sweet heat seasoning on it.
Yeah. I've seen this before. They're not the first ones.
I had never seen this.
No.
I had never seen it.
They weren't the first.
Yeah.
I think.
And they got the idea from somebody else. I forget who it was. They gave the credit to them. But like, it just looked like a boiled chicken.
That's what it is.
You know, there's so much moisture in that watermelon. And I don't know if they like put the seasoning on there and it sweated so much it all just ran off.
Right.
It just looked like a chicken you'd put in like a chicken soup or something. It was just boiled chicken.
So let me tell you a little story here. They have a little thing called the oven bag, turkey bag, right? Put your turkey in the bag, cook it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. It's never going to be good. I don't care what you do. First of all, there's a way to use this and a way not to use it. Now, you're not supposed to put your turkey in the bag the whole time and cook it. That's not supposed to happen that way. If you do that, what happens is, you ever seen what a 2x4 happens when you put it through some put it in some water and heat it up? It's very pliable.
You can bend it.
That's what the turkey does. All the bones inside the turkey bend. Everything is pliable. It becomes a mush. It's a mush meat, right?
Well, I'd say it's funny you say that because on the video they grab the chicken leg and pull and the bone just rips off. Like it's just all the meat just turned to mush, basically.
That's right. It's a mush meat, thing. You would never eat this. You would incorporate this into a stew, an enchilada, anything else that you would actually use meat for. But you're not serving this and going, look at that perfect bite chicken. That's not happening.
That's so
okay?
tender.
Yeah. Really get the watermelon out of this.
This really reminds me of and no shade to moms, and I think Robin had got this cooker called the Orion cooker.
That's what I'm talking about, James.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Have you seen this?
What is this?
I've got one in my garage.
No?
So basically, you open the shell up, you put your meat inside, put it down. The charcoal goes all around on the outside, and then charcoal goes on the top. It's almost kind of like
a
Dutch oven cooking.
That's right.
And it's like,
you can cook it.
You cook. We cooked turkey. We cooked chicken.
We do a whole turkey and like a whole turkey, not cutting it.
You can hang like 4, 5, 8 ribs in it. All it's doing is just like
heat,
radiant
heat.
Okay.
It just not boils, but it's just radiant heat that just makes everything.
Skin will never be crispy. You could sit there. It's like, can you imagine taking a raw chicken skin and put it in your mouth, just stretching it out, right? think of what you're feeling right now when I say that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you get when you get this other cooked. The chicken's cooked, but that skin,
it's tender.
It's a GD rubber band, is what it is. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Same thing with the watermelon.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, Lanes, you're better than this. What is this?
Quit grabbing on to the. Yeah. Hey, get on to grabbing on the brisket and stop grabbing on to these trends.
Grab on this brisket.
That's right.
Quit following.
Let go of that watermelon.
Get off that. It's not good. Nobody ever will say it's good.
There's too many content creators out there now, and everybody's trying to stand out and do something different to get the click. And it's just,
hey, shout out to Blazing Bones or Blazing Star Barbecue. He mentioned the jackfruit. Maybe we can start doing something with the jackfruit.
Yeah.
We also had the idea of maybe we take a cantaloupe and maybe Take like a Cornish hen and stuff it in that.
Cantaloupe chicken.
Yeah.
Right, cantaloupe
hen.
Is this what we have to do to get the clicks?
Hey,
Cantaloupe, Cornish hens.
Listen, we don't
doing it.
Hey guys, we don't do this for the clicks. And something we could probably do better at is plating and garnishing and showing exactly what.
Yeah.
Because here's still we show you the protein. That's what we're showing. We're showing you this is how to cook this. Like, if you want to learn how to cook mashed potatoes, or you want to do some peas, or you want to do some elote, like I'm sure we can all put that together. That's just not what we're really trying to do. But I do think we should probably get better at plating these things and show people like, hey, the versatility and the knowledge that we're putting together is not just how to cook a protein or whatever. But
I agree with you. I mean, 100%. A lot of stuff that we put out there is tried, true, and tested. I mean, we do it on a weekly basis.
That's right.
Every other week. We're not going to tell you like, hey, take some grapefruits or take some freaking grapes and stick it up the chicken's butt. Yeah. And
tell me what time
it's going to be like the best thing you ever had in your life. It's entertaining for sure, 100%, but it's not going to be good. Yeah. So we're not going to let you down that rabbit hole.
You're on the Salt Bay. It's very gimmicky and whatever else. However, I know he's got a badass restaurant, probably serves really, really good food and whatever, right? Again, but let's not fake out like what the little Salt Bay, that little drizzle of salt did for him. It did wonders for his place that he has and whatever.
Definitely.
We don't have a place. We have a Grabbing the Brisket show.
Yeah. He probably put a little too much salt on some stuff.
That's what I thought too. I was like, Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie.
Easy, buddy.
I'm like, that piece of steak you just cut had 14 shavings of salt on it.
I got high blood pressure, bro. I'm gonna watch that.
I'm gonna up them pills if I'm gonna
take an extra pill when I get home.
Jeez, but hey, Grabbing the Brisket podcast, guys. Hey, we appreciate the support from you guys. We appreciate you listening. First and foremost, Aldan, I guess he just stepped out. Go check out grabbingthebrisket.com. You can hit up all the information of what we're doing and links to all the different platforms, social, that you guys can get a hold of us. Because I understand not everybody's on Twitter. I get it.
That's right. Just go to tried and true www.
Exactly.
Grab them in the brisket or grab the brisket. Grab
Either
the brisket
one.
is easier to type in.
Yeah.
Well, Matt said earlier he Googled Grabbing the Brisket. What happened?
Yeah, I Googled grab the brisket, and the very first thing, like the first pop-up, was grabbing the brisket, how to cook a brisket.
Exactly.
That auto-filled for me, and it wasn't like history. That was just what...
But it was us.
So that means other people are typing that in, I guess.
There
you
it
know,
is.
they're seeing it. There you
There
go.
it is.
Yeah, we've done plenty of videos on how-tos, tutorials on cooking brisket, and we've talked about it. But you know what? Hey, we're going to continue to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of people out there who don't know how to cook a brisket.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to drive these prices up. That's
Exactly.
what we're
Hey,
gonna do.
we're not going to allow your father-in-law to dictate how that brisket should be cooked. We're going to tell you, and we're going to give you the secrets, and you're going to be able to run that house.
That's right.
And don't forget,
That's right.
go to our website. I forget if it's under Connects or our friends or whatever on there, but there's a link on there that has all of our sponsors like Dalstrong Knives. If you follow our links on there, you get the discounts.
100%.
You want to save money, do that.
If you're not trying to get down with a Dalstrong knife, they are absolutely the sharpest knives I've ever put my hands on. And I've had some sharp knives, but they have retained the edges. Like, I didn't think they would, to be honest with you. I was kind of skeptic about this.
Yeah.
I've cut myself more with these freaking knives than I ever thought about. And
I've
it's only
doctored it.
because I am slicing, I'm trimming meats and whatever else, and I'm doing it in a way that I'm not used to having that
You
sharp
used
of
to
knife.
slicing with an inferior knife.
That's right.
And now you got a sharp
I got a
one,
sharp
so-
knife. Now I have to up my A game a little bit.
Yeah.
But yes, they are there. Listen, the hype is there. They're that good. And listen, they don't give them to us. Like, we purchase these things.
Yes, 100%.
Yep.
And that tells you right there. Like, we're using them because we purchased, not because they get them to us for free. So you want to go in there and talk about somebody else's knife and whatever. Well, they're getting those knives for free, and that's why they're talking about them, not us. That's not how we roll.
Yeah.
So
these are the knives that you tell people, go, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
this is a knife.
Yeah.
Done.
What else we got? We got Yeti, Fogo Charcoal.
That's right.
CoolieNation.
CoolieNation.
Koozies. If you want to get your own custom koozie.
Manscaped.
All kinds of cool stuff. You click on. If you go to our website, though, that's how you get the discount.
Yep.
And please, if you have a barbecue win or a barbecue fail, please let us know, because we do give away a bottle of Sucklebusters every show.
Yep.
For people that shoot a win and a fail.
That's right. We do. And you know what? I was going to give you the jingle, but we didn't get a barbecue fail or a barbecue win.
Yeah.
This is probably John's
You could have
fault.
given us a half-assed one, though, and you probably
would have won. And you would have had
week,
a brand new bottle sent to your house.
Yeah.
So, not from us, by the way. We don't know your address. It ain't, I'm not going to show up at your doorstep saying, hey, let's hang out. Let's cook some stuff. This comes from the manufacturer straight to y'all.
Yep.
So,
I'm really sad we can't do the jingle. I'm really sad.
Sucklebusters, Sucklebusters. Everybody wants Sucklebuster.
And this concludes the Grabbing the Brisket podcast. Hey, guys, I enjoyed talking barbecue with you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. All right, we would like to give a special thanks to FOGO Premium Hardwood Lump Charcoal, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, Yeti Cooler, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Texas Brew Hopper. We appreciate their support. Y'all guys go check them out.